Hello, welcome to the weather hazard briefing presented by National Weather Service Pocatello. This is for Sunday, December 5th. Here's what you'll see in this presentation. We have a very windy morning. It'll continue breezy during the afternoon. There is a wind advisory currently in effect, but it should expire sometime during the afternoon, if not sooner. There's very little precipitation with this storm as well. It's mostly limited to areas along the Montana border. Another snowstorm, though, arrives on Monday, tomorrow morning, and it continues into Tuesday. It will be windy once again, not as strong as Saturday night was. But we are expecting light snow for most locations, 1 to 3 inches, and that would be for the mountain and highlands areas, and up to 6 inches some portions along the Wyoming border, and we'll take a look at that here in detail. And then in the Snake River Plain, we're looking mostly for just a dusting of snow possible during the early morning and late night hours, maybe up to 3/10 of an inch in some locations, but a lot of that will actually melt, especially if it falls Monday morning. Then there's another weak storm expected on Wednesday, maybe slightly more snow with colder temperatures, meaning there should be some light snow in the Snake River Plain. Alright, so if we look at our matrix for the entire week for all of our zones, you can see we are looking at very windy to windy conditions to breezy conditions all across the area for today. But again, very little in the way of precipitation. Monday, we are looking for snow likely here in the highlands and in the central Idaho mountains. But when you get down to the Snake River Plain, again, it's mostly going to be rain, maybe a dusting of snow, and it will be breezy with this storm. And you can see on Tuesday it will linger along the Wyoming border for a chance of snow in the southern highlands, or excuse me, the southeast highlands and the eastern highlands. And for most other locations, though, there is a break, and then we're right back into it on Wednesday. Although this will be more on the order of Wednesday afternoon before it really gets started. There's a chance of snow down in the Snake River Plain, Magic Valley, along with some rain. Snow is likely for the southeast highlands and eastern highlands. So you can see the pattern really isn't changing much. We're just, instead of the stagnant conditions we had for about a week and a half prior to this, we're just getting snow every day in almost the same locations. There's a chance of snow also for lots of the Lost River, Wood River area, and Lemhi County, and then the Sawtooth is only one location where there's definite snow going to fall. And again, basically a repeat on Thursday for most locations, except that the Sawtooth area goes from having snow to just a chance of snow. And again, that's because there's really the westerlies have really kicked in, and so wherever you have west wind going up slope, like you do in the eastern highlands, you have the best chances for some snow. So here is the latest satellite image. You can see, compared to yesterday, very little in the way of cloud cover over eastern Idaho, and it's so windy, there's no fog in our area. You can see most of the low stratus is relegated to some portions of the central Idaho mountains, but a lot of it over north of the Boise area. And then of course you can see the fog down here in the Central Valley of California. Alright, so here's a horizontal weather depiction for today. You can see this morning they are trying to depict the cold front moving through, and again, just really light snow potential in the eastern highlands. And here's where it is. This is this morning from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Again, it's anywhere from, this is mostly fractions of an inch. You can see even here at Island Park it's still registering 0. And then in the afternoon, early afternoon, it pretty much peters out with the exception of places like the Big Hole Mountains. Alright, here are the temperatures for today. You can see we are colder than we've been. Certainly not going to be setting records high temperatures anymore like we did for the past 3 or 4 days, but temperatures in the lower to middle 40s for the heavily populated areas. Overnight lows still kind of staying up there. That's mostly because of the cloud cover in the westerly wind that banks up against the eastern highlands. It does extend into the Snake River Plain. And also, we are clouding up as that next storm comes in, and so that keeps even temperature at Stanley. I mean, 20 degrees this time of year is pretty mild for Stanley. And here's Monday morning. You can see there the low is right on top of us, this next storm. You can see it is for the most part producing snow over our area except for the southern highlands or the south central highlands where it is producing a rain and snow mix. But again, that's where it's going to be lightest, and you'll see that here. Here's how Monday's storm should evolve. So really light snow starting out in the morning, strengthening a little bit in the afternoon, especially in the higher elevations. And actually you can see decreasing a little bit in the lower elevations. That's because it's changing over to rain. Here's the evening hour forecast. You can see it returns in strength down in the valley. But again, it's mostly really light with the exception of everything from from Palisades Reservoir area northward to the Yellowstone area. That's where the focus of the snowfall is. And then for the late night hours on Monday night, you can see it is starting to, it sort of peaked, reached its peak, and is now falling off. And again, it's mostly a fraction of an inch up to an inch. So this is a 24-hour storm total through 5 a.m. on Tuesday. So from Monday 5 a.m. to Tuesday 5 a.m. You can see how it adds up. So in up above Stanley, it barely gets to 1 to 3 inches. Widespread 1 to 3 in the eastern highlands, although there are areas very high up that do affect things like Reynolds Pass, Teton Pass, and Pine Creek Pass, where it does get is a lot of 3 to 6 inches or so, just on the fringe of 6 inches. So the bulk of it 3 to 5. So that would be something to watch out for if you're heading into Wyoming or have to control the snow there going into Wyoming. Alright, so how else will Monday fall out? You can see temperatures are continue on their cold trend, with temperatures now mid-30s to low 40s. And overnight lows, though, with all the cloud cover, still staying very mild, so very little temperature change. Alright, now Tuesday, you can see the lows moved out. We're having a brief break before the Wednesday storm, but there is still, because of the westerly flow, this light snow all along the eastern highland area, along our border with Wyoming. So here's how it sort of falls out. Again, just light dustings of snow. There's not very much. In the afternoon, as it warms, a lot of the lower elevations change over to rain. Continues during the late night hours as well. So there's not much there. It's less than 2 inches for anybody. So Tuesday afternoon, you can see temperatures start to warm up again in the areas where the further west you are in our forecast area, the warmer the temperatures, Burley almost recovering to near 50 degrees. And then overnight, now that the skies are clear, you're starting to see the temperatures fall. Only a couple of degrees, though, on Tuesday night. And then here's the outlook for Wednesday night. Again, you saw there was a chance of precipitation. This is basically from 5 p.m. Wednesday to 5 a.m. Thursday. And you can see again where the focus is. It's all in the eastern portions of our area. Not to say that they'll get 0 in the central Idaho mountains and in the south central highlands, but they won't be getting anywhere near as much. And you can see temperatures, lower elevations, whatever falls by afternoon will be melting. And then Thursday overnight lows, you can see we're finally getting to more normal temperatures, at least in central Idaho mountains, but still a lot of cloud cover over the southeast half of our forecast area. And then 5 p.m. or 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Thursday, so Thursday during the day, another good precipitation day. Again, you can see it's mostly figuring on the southeast area, but it does extend all the way from the Yellowstone through the Bear Lake region and all the way over to Twin Falls. A very good chance of some rain and snow there. But you can see this is a warmer storm. Highs at Pocatello 52 degrees, so a lot of that will be rain. That's all I have. If you have any further questions, you can always contact us at this telephone number or check out the weather yourself at weather.gov/Pocatello. Thanks for watching.